remember when the beat drop, it might, when the beat start, that's when it start tripping. Come on, Op. Salakia,
This truth is my everything, but we ain't Christian, we'll fall on your ass. Plus you know we keep the metal things. How you wanna settle things? I suppose you'll take the proposal and we'll make that metal ring. With the Glocks of the hecklers, we some righteous ass brothers, but some certified steppers. We some priests at the end of the day, so we teaching in the streets till the end of the day. We on the front line, we the ones that you want in the game. Fourth quarter when it's crunch time, and all my brothers is clutch. Squad full of silent killers, we ain't talking too much, but we'll teach you if you're humble. Just learn to follow orders, don't mumble. Get it done. And he that have an ear, I pray listen. Yeah, we want all of the smoke, we ain't Christian. This the life of a priest that we go in the streets, and you know we teach the Jews. Fresh braids in my head, fresh boots on my feet, and you know we keep the jewels. Whole squad of real niggas, we some certified killers, and you know we got the tools. Nah, nigga, we ain't Christian, ain't shit sweet, you musta got us confused. Got us confused. Got us confused, got us confused, got us confused, got us confused. Nah, nigga, we ain't Christian. Got us confused. We nothing like the mother niggas. We ain't the same. We some righteous ass, hardcore, rugged niggas. And it's a shame that you full of pride. We don't affiliate with none of you clowns. Plus these heathens getting nullified. This the life of a priest and a prophet. Fake niggas be cautious. Words flow, true drip like a faucet. The righteous stand bold, I'm in line form. Cry a loud voice cutting through a quiet storm. Like King Ty with the fire bombs. It be smoke when we drop the cannons. No Viacom. The home of the truth, we don't play around. Hide the women and the liquor when we taking ground. Living in hell but make the best of it, and endure through the rest of it to the end. And you ain't gotta listen if you choose, as long as you don't get us confused. We not Christian. This the life of a priest that we go in the streets, and you know we teach the Jews. Fresh braids in my head, fresh boots on my feet, and you know we keep the jewels. Whole squad of real niggas, we some certified killers, and you know we got the tools. Nah, nigga, we ain't Christian, ain't shit sweet, you musta got us confused, 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 got us confused. Nah, nigga, we ain't Christian, got us confused. Just the life of a priest that we go in the streets, and you know we teach the Jews. Fresh braids in my head, fresh boots on my feet, and you know we keep the jewels. Whole squad of real niggas, we some certified killers, and you know we got the tools. Nah, nigga, we ain't Christian, ain't shit sweet, you musta got us confused, 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 got us confused. Nah, nigga, we ain't Christian, got us confused.
Y'all clap it up. Hey, Shalom, Israel. This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West and 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. This is Priest and Officer of 1,000 Habanah, and this is the Isupk Houston Sunday Scripture Breakdown. Let me go get this video, what I want to start this off with. As you know, man, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world today, man. You understand? 2020 has been, if you didn't know that the Lord was a terrible power before 2020, you should know now. What Biggie said, if you don't know, now you know. You understand? Like, at this point in time, we should understand, everybody in the world, every living soul should understand how terrible that the Lord's power is. The God that the Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans serve is a terrible power. All right. So the topic is we kind of late today, so I'm not gonna be able to take any questions today. But the topic is oppression maketh the wise man mad. Now, why did I go with this topic? I went with this topic because I've noticed even in 2020 with all this stuff going on, all the stuff that has happened in the past, everything that has happened to us as Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, as far as the oppression that we're going through, the rape, rob, murder, pillage, whatever you name, there's atrocities that the oppressor has committed against us. In 2020, we still are trying to find ways to celebrate. Now, what I mean by celebrate, I'm not talking about, occasional, get together, barbecue, or an occasional, you want to maybe go out with the homies, with the brothers to the club or something, just to get away, just for a moment, have a couple drinks at the bar, go play a little bowling or something like that. That's not what I mean by celebrate. What I'm talking about is you still want to celebrate your birthday. You still want to celebrate, what's the next so-called holiday? Well, they just celebrated 4th of July after George Floyd was murdered. Like, the police officer literally had his knee on George Floyd's neck for 8-something minutes, and they went in the streets and protested, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives this, Black Lives, and right on July 4th, they went out and popped firecrackers and shotguns, and it's like they forgot about it. And that's what I mean by, oppression maketh the wise man mad. We should be furious. There's nothing wrong with going out, hanging out with the friends, having a get-together, a cookout, but why the hell are you celebrating a birthday? What is that to celebrate? So in the midst of a pandemic, let me get this straight. In the midst of a pandemic, in the midst of all this death and police killing us, you understand? Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, in the midst of this, you mean to tell me you want people to worship you? Like, you want the focus to not be on our people dying in the streets. You want the focus to be on you because it's your birthday. So you want to pin some money on you and walk and prance around talking about, yeah, it's my day, here's my cash app me, blah, blah, blah. Like, come on, man. Well, what is this coming to? Go ahead, Doc.
So, if I may, sir, like you said, now, we so destroyed, we don't even realize you pinning a slave master to you, and you right. You a modern slave. Good night. You over here pinning slave masters to you.
If I could, that's such a heavy point. You are the white man's prostitute. Right. You pinning the money on you with the oppressor's face on it. Now, don't get me wrong, money is spendable. You need money to survive. So, you get some money, make sure you pay your 10% to Commander General Your Honor. Right. But money, we need it to survive. But you pinning the money on you. Everybody see that it's, there's no, look, you understand, the oppressor is clear as day on the money, big face. Blue, green. Big face, and you walking around on you prancing around, and you pretty much, you a prostitute for the oppressor, man. And that is why we continue to be destroyed. That's why we continue to be shot down. That's why we continue to have knees on our neck. That's why we continue to suffer through this oppression, because you want to celebrate in the midst of it. I want to play this clip. I want to play this clip. Give me 1 second. I got to send you an article to the wall. Give me 1 second, y'all. Y'all bear with me 1 second. I need to get something situated. Get these articles. Let's see. Well, this one article. I'm gonna pull out this one article. Let me send it to you right quick, the wall, y'all. Okay, I just sent that to you. So let me play this clip for y'all so y'all can see what's going on, how they feel about us. Now, to give y'all a little backstory, right? I don't know how long this clip is, probably about a minute or so long. So the backstory is these devils are now they've been plotting against us. They've been taking crafty counsel against us. Now they just full-fledged in savage mode. You understand what I'm saying? So now they've seen some ISUPK videos where we make the oppressor bow down before the children of the Lord, which is us, the children of the slaves, and kiss our boots. And they see these videos and they are furious. I'm talking about you what you got to realize is the KKK members, they don't wear the right white robes anymore. They take off the white robes and they put on what they put on. A what? A what? Yeah, say that, Salak, if you could. Yeah, I was like, I couldn't hear you. Say that, sis.
A police uniform.
They take off the white robes and put on a police uniform, or they put on, or they be a politician, or those are your modern, like anybody that has power in this country. Those who they wear the robes at nighttime when nobody's watching, but during the day they're police officers, they're politicians, they're people of power, judges, people that control your fate. That's why you get 3 strikes for a gram of 2.5 grams of weed. You get 3 of those, now you're going for life. And not only that, they make it legal. After that, now Romy Rome is locked up for life for selling weed or getting caught with weed, and now it's legal. But he can't get no reprieve. They're letting Harvey Weinstein, and I don't know if they actually let him out, but they were letting pedophiles go because of COVID. They were letting them out of jail because of COVID, but your uncle is still locked up for life, or still locked up for a large amount of years behind something way less, something stupid, because they are our judges. They're our police officers. They're our DAs. You understand what I'm saying? They are who control like what happens to us in society. And this is what I want to play. Let me see. I believe it's at the
internal probe by the Wilmington Police Department.
I think it's at the 336 mark. Give me a second.
Sitting in his patrol car in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Salakia. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and play this clip now. Make sure the volume is turned up so they can hear. All right, y'all listen to this, man.
Washington Post. Sitting in his patrol car in Wilmington, North Carolina, Officer Michael Kevin Piner predicted Black Lives Matter protests would soon lead to civil war. I'm ready, Piner told another officer, adding that he planned...
Hold on, I gotta pause it right there. Salakia. Like, did y'all hear what these are police officers. They're coming together and they supposed to be here to protect and serve. You understand what I'm saying? And they're sitting there planning, said these Black Lives Matter protests are gonna soon turn into a civil war. Meaning, I'm gonna paraphrase it, but in Matthew where it says there will be nations rising up against nations, that's a civil war. That's what that is. That's nationalities against nationalities. That's white people versus Chinese people, white people versus Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, or Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, we against the Chinese. Like, that's race wars. Nation rising up against nation. Amongst the pestilences and the earthquakes and the hurricanes and all these other things, right? All of this is biblical prophecy that's being fulfilled. So he said, I'm afraid that this, not afraid, he said, it's gonna soon lead to a civil war. Why? Because they see black people, protesting in the streets, and we actually, now I don't condone protesting, and ISUPK, we don't condone protests, but I do understand the spirit behind the riots and we tired. As a people, our people are tired, and they have the zeal, but not according to knowledge. They don't know that there's something greater out there than protesting, which is the ISUPK and the Commanding General Yohana. Right. We've been protesting since 1969 the biblical way, the righteous way. You understand what I'm saying? And they're lost. They're dry bones. They're walking dead. They're zombies. So they don't understand that there's something that's better for them out there. I didn't know that there was something better out there for me until I found the ISUPK. The ISUPK has been the best thing that ever happened to me and my family. And I didn't know it then. Because you know why? Because the Most High didn't reveal that to me. It wasn't time. You understand what I'm saying? Everything come in due season. While our people out there that's why I can sympathize with our people out there protesting and rioting and stuff like that, because guess what? They have the zeal, meaning they're tired of being gunned down. They're tired of being shot in the back. They're tired of seeing our brothers and sisters getting murdered and slaughtered, even with the NBA players, right? Now, the NBA players decided to go ahead and resume the season, which I eventually figured they would. You know, when they was talking about canceling the whole playoffs, I was like, I don't know, that's a stretch. You know what I'm saying? But I commend them for even the small amount of so-called protesting that they did by not going on strike. They went on strike for a few games or whatever, a few days, right? I commend them for that because they don't know. Like, you can't expect too much out of our, rich entertainers. You can't really expect much from them. Colin Kaepernick set the bar as high as it can be for a rich person because he's still out of work. It's been 4 years. He's still out of work, and he's barely just now. This is how impactful what Colin Kaepernick did. He's just now getting the recognition from the NFL commissioner that he was right all along and they were wrong. But he's out of a job. And another thing I commend him for is he's not begging them to give him a job either. You know, he went and tried out for. Matter of fact, he didn't even try. Like what Colin Kaepernick did, right? He put on a spectacle for them. They was like trying to try him out and trying to, hey, if you be a good boy, then we'll let you play for this team. We'll let you play. So he was doing his little tryouts, but he did it to where he really wasn't trying to go back to play for them. Because if he wanted to, he would have did things on their terms. He did it on his terms. If y'all remember, he was supposed to go to a practice facility that they had set up for him. Instead, he chose his own practice facility, and he had media coverage. He did that on purpose because he knew that was going against because they set a strict set of rules for him in order, you got to do this, son, you got to do this, son, in order for us to even consider bringing you back. He was like, man, to hell with that. I'm going to do things on my terms. I got the talent. He showed that he still got it. Like, he could start over half the quarterbacks in the league right now. He could start over them. And he showed that. He showed his arm strength. He showed his accuracy. He showed that he's still fast. He showed that he's still Kaepernick. But he really didn't want to go back and play for the NFL. Now, is that to say he's never gonna go back? I don't know. But it's been 4 years and he stood firm. It would literally have to be them damn near begging him to come back for him to go back. You understand? Because if that was the case, if that's not the case, he would have been there already. He would have been like Nick Cannon, begging, fire come, please. Okay, I'm ready. Take me back. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of standing firm. But again, I don't expect too much out of these entertainers. He did. It is what it is. But I commend the basketball players, even though they resumed the season. I commend Kenny Smith. Kenny Smith walked out live on there, was like, hey, I'll figure out the rest later. Whatever happens from here, it is what it is. I'll figure it out. That was a bold step. They could say, you know what, you left work. That's what they would call that. If you just AWOL, you went AWOL at your job. For anybody else, that's a big. I know I was doing security and I was holding a post, and if I would have left and went and they found out, that's it. That's a grave thing, and it carries you for the rest of your, like, it's going on your resume. Like, that's a strike that's going against you when you go apply for any other security job. They're going to say, no, this person went AWOL on post. So they're not going to, people going to look at that, oh, he go AWOL? Nah, we can't have him over here. So what Kenny Smith did, I got you, hold your peace. What Kenny Smith did, he did something that, and if you see the look on Shaq and Charles' face, Charles just took a sip of his coffee because he knew he a damn step and fetch coon. You understand? And Shaq, he bleeds blue. Everybody understands that. So of course he's not gonna walk out on his blue buddies. You understand? Go ahead, DeWar Yala.
So like if I may, sir, I was just gonna say, in Esau military, they will lock you up for that.
Right.
You doing
military prison. Yeah, damn right. You understand what I'm saying? AWOL is a big thing. And what Kenny Smith did, I commend him for that. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if he go back to work, most high in Christ, you know what I'm saying? That it is what it is. But it's the fact of the matter, the zeal that they had to stand up against what's going on, the police brutality. You understand? It was like enough is enough. Putting Black Lives Matter on a jersey or on a court is not enough. It's not. I think the players realize that now. You understand? And I think ultimately their decision to come back was to really, because they really feel like they making an impact on the world. Like, so what I mean by that is, they know people watch them play. And people get excited for these games. People, like this is something people that like lives, like real sports fans, like real hardcore sports fans, this is what keeps them going every day. The fact that they can watch their favorite team go out and dominate, right? So from the player's perspective, at least this is my take on it. This is not in stone, but my take on it is that they feel like if they can put a smile on the black people that's watching, or that sports fans, they can put a smile on their face by going out and doing the very thing that those black people love to enjoy to watch, then they're making an impact in that way. And they've already they use their platform to, let's face it, what more they gonna do unless they all just quit or start their own league, which that's what they should do. But again, we can't expect much out of, but they did understand that oppression, they were angry. Oppression maketh the wise man mad. They were wise in that moment because they felt the oppression, no different from when Moses felt the oppression of his people when he left out of Pharaoh's care. And he went out amongst his people and he saw the Egyptians smiting the Hebrew. He saw that oppression and it made him mad. Now, I ain't telling you to do what Moses did. Don't do what Moses did. But it's the point. Let me finish this snippet. So, like, y'all know, if y'all know me, if y'all watch me on Wednesdays, y'all know I can go all off on the deep end on some whole other stuff. You understand what I'm saying? But let's get back on topic. An
assault rifle. We are just going to go out and start slaughtering them effing N-words, he said. Wipe them off the effing map. Jesus,
they say they're gonna slaughter niggas. They're gonna just wipe them off the effing map. That's what it said.
Piner, a Wilmington police officer since 1998, began the recording by expressing his fury about the ongoing protests against police brutality and racial injustice in the wake of George Floyd's death. The officer Piner was speaking to, Officer James.
Okay, so now here is the part where they saw the UPK videos and now they feel some type of way about their people bowing down before the priests and the prophets of the Lord, kissing our boots. This is how they felt about it. It says the officer Piner was speaking to Officer James. So I'm finna go ahead and play the clip.
Ian Gilmore, hired by the department in 1997, said that whites were now worshiping blacks, adding that he'd seen a video of a fine-looking white girl and this punk pretty boy bowing down and kissing their toes, whatever the hell.
Hold on. I didn't even hear that the first time I listened to it. He said he saw this fine-looking white girl. So now this is proof that we don't just, because, a lot of people say, oh, they just want to target a certain demographic of white people. They want to target the ones that's, really like bums on the street or whatever the case. This was, in their opinion, because they all look like dogs to me. Ain't no fine dog, in my opinion. They all look like cocker spaniels. But this dude said, this white boy said that it was a fine-looking white girl. Meaning she looked at like she didn't belong on the street. She looked at like she was too good to be on her knees in front of black men kissing their feet. She looked at like she was too good for that. He was like, damn, she fine. What the hell is she doing bent over on her knees kissing this trash boots? But what they don't realize is we're royalty. That's why the Lord made that white woman get down on her knees and kiss our boots. The Lord did that. And she knew in her spirit that we were royalty when she was doing it. She knew in her spirit that in her, whatever happened before, she knew that whatever her bowing down could not even suffice the atrocities that they committed against us. That's why she was so willing to do it. I don't even know which video it is, but we have numerous videos of white women kissing boots, so I don't know which one it was. But they called him and they called the dude that was with her a punk little what they said. Let me see, a punk pretty boy. So they called him a punk pretty boy. You know why they did that? Because they felt like he didn't stand up for what they stood for. He was like, how you gonna let your woman or whoever, this girl right here, this fine looking white girl, kiss their boots? And then you gonna bow down and kiss the boots too? There's nothing strong about you. They look at their fellow brethren as weak because he didn't stop her from kissing the boots. That's how they feel about us, man. And it vexed them to their soul so bad that they was just like this punk. Let me keep reading. Salakia. Let me let the clip play some more.
That means. Later, while complaining about a black judge whom Moore, another officer, called an effing Negro magistrate. God damn it. Moore added, "It's bad, man, because..."
All right, that was it on that, man. And the devil reading this stuff off, she acting like it was so atrocious what her fellow devil was saying. She's like, "Oh gosh, damn it!" Like it's so bad. You understand? But really, in all reality, she, you know what? If it's so bad, she need to be bowing before the priest too and licking up the dust of our feet as well. Right. If it's so bad what he's saying, then why don't you follow suit of your fellow sister? You understand? And you get down on your knees and do the same thing. We down there on St. Joseph in Maine, or we on in Chicago, down in Southside Chicago, or wherever we are in the earth. You understand? We have priests and prophets on some corner where you can go find them and you can kiss their boots. Make sure they're not in purple. Salakia. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's not us. You'll know us when you see us. But I had to play that clip because it's very important that while our people are so destroyed, worrying about celebrating 4th of July, celebrating birthdays, this is what they doing. This is what they talking about behind the scenes. They're talking about slaughtering us, which they're already doing it. Now they're trying to do it on a bigger scale. They're trying to have civil war. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it is very wise that we get our mind right, sober-minded, get our spirit right, because what's about to take place is biblical. It talks about it. It's prophecy. All right? So let me get this. You got the article I sent you? Okay, no sweat. Let me get this scripture real quick. Hold on. Salakia. We're going to start off with Ecclesiastes 7:7.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
No, it says maybe it might make a wise man mad.
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
It says surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. Surely it does. Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't you be mad at what you're going through? Why wouldn't you be mad at seeing how Trayvon Martin was stalked while he's walking, talking to his girlfriend, trying to get back to the All-Star game, eating some Skittles and drinking on an Arizona tea like any other young man would do, you understand? And he's talking to his girl, having probably the conversation. All of us had this, like, we were all in puppy love and just head over heels for, our woman. We'll walk 5 miles and be on the phone and don't even realize we didn't walk this far. Could you just imagine? I want everybody to just imagine being Trayvon Martin in this moment. He's watching the All-Star game. It's halftime. So during halftime, he say, "I'm about to call my girl." You know what I'm saying? I'm about to call my girl. I got a little sweet tooth. Let me go get me some Skittles, get an Arizona. It's right at the 7-Eleven. It ain't that far. Let me go ahead and walk. And he on the phone. He just prancing and talking to his girl. Just being a young man. This, to me, to him, this is life. This is best. He's enjoying this. They probably telling each other how much they love each other, and he probably telling how pretty she is and how he can't wait to see her again, and she can't wait to see him, and she miss him. Y'all know how the young couples talk. Puppy love. You understand what I'm saying? And next thing you know, out of nowhere, he don't even know it. This whole time he's on the phone, going back to the house, he's being stalked. Think about that. And don't even know it. He has no idea that he's about to die. That is a horrible thing, man. That's a horrible, horrible thing. This whole time, man, listen, and you want to celebrate your birthday? You want to celebrate 4th of July? You want to celebrate Christmas? You want to celebrate Thanksgiving? What the hell is wrong with you, man? How can I can't sit down and eat a feast at a damn Thanksgiving knowing that hundreds of millions of the people. Like, even if you didn't know that this was your people, this meal is dedicated to the slaughter of 100 million people, right? And then you find out that these are your people. Now think about this. We go to war for one family member. We go, listen, if something, like we went to war for less. Y'all from Chicago, right? or you know what I'm saying? Retaliation is a must, right? You understand what I'm saying? Like like on whoever that died, they're gonna say on him. It's his world, right? And you're gonna ride out for one person. Lil JoJo. Lil JoJo got killed. It was all hell broke loose between the BDEs and GD. Like it was, and I'm from Houston, but it was like a thing that it was worldwide. Like I knew about it. You understand what I'm saying? The whole beef was because he made a song about this song, and then he got killed. And JoJo, what, 17? He was a young man. 16? He was a young man. And this is normal. It's normal. And guess what? It's JoJo world. Now they finna ride out. Now they finna have a war. And what I mean by war is this ain't gonna be like, oh, we're gonna get one, you're gonna get one, it's over. This is gonna be, you know how wars last years. This is generations. You understand what I'm saying? JoJo's, his brother, the people that come after JoJo is gonna remember JoJo. He died to them. He died a martyr. You understand what I'm saying? And it's gonna be a war behind him. That's one person. So you mean to tell me you're not gonna war behind 100 million of your people? 100 million. Like, come on now. But we'll war against each other for one. Like our priorities are mixed up. And you'll sit there and understand that this feast is celebrated, is a celebration of their deaths. And you're partaking in it. Christmas is a celebration of a God that has nothing to do with you. A homosexual God at that. Nimrod, listen, and you sitting there putting gifts before the tree, which is supposed to be a representation of Nimrod. And you giving gifts to the feet of it. Come on, man. Where are our priorities? What the hell are you doing popping firecrackers on July 4th when you was a slave in 1776? You was a slave, man. Like literally on a plantation picking cotton until your damn fingers rip apart, like from the thorns. And still have to go out and pick them. Getting infections and all that. I just got over listen, those infections, finger infections from fingernails and stuff, like them things are no joke. Your fingers swell up like a damn blow pop. You understand what I'm saying? And just imagine our people having to do that and still pick the cotton with infected fingers and all other disease. You know what I mean? Whatever they got going on, it doesn't matter until they couldn't do it anymore, and then they were hung. Or they were beat to death because they were just no use. You're like, you're livestock. You're no good, so I got to put you down. You know what I'm saying? That's how they treated us. And we want to celebrate 4th of July when we were literally on a plantation while our women were getting their stomachs cut open after they were raped. And while they doing that to our women, they buck breaking us, cutting all our genitals, raping us, sodomizing us, all these type of things. But you want to celebrate these, it says, surely oppression maketh the wise man mad. Keep going.
Khan. And a gift destroyeth the heart.
That's why you walking around here and your priorities in the wrong place, because your mind is in the wrong place. Why? Because your mind is destroyed. Your mind is destroyed because they didn't give you these gifts. They said, oh, it's not that bad, Mr. Black Man. Here you go. Take this and just be a good boy. A gift destroyeth the heart. You take their gifts, now, oh, you know what? All white people, they're not all bad. I mean, Jimmy at work, he's pretty cool. We go lift weights together. We go to bars together, and he's never said nigger in front of me. He's never said that to me. He's never said anything that I would, feel him, deem him as a bad person. But soon as Jimmy's not around you, I have news for you, brother. Soon as Jimmy is gone away from your presence, yeah, man, I hung out with the nigger today. I just made him feel good, and, he's going to be a good boy at work. He's going to do whatever I tell him to do. Because guess what? A gift destroyed the heart. You think Jimmy's a great person because he looks out for you, gives you a little gift card. Your boss at work, your wife, Mr. Ryan at work and gave you a damn gift card for Starbucks. You know what I'm saying? I said Starbucks because I like coffee, so I like it. But he give you a $100 gift card, and now all of a sudden he's not so bad. Now, don't dare talk about white people. Don't dare talk about him, because Mr. Ryan always looks out for me. A gift destroyed the heart. It make you forget about the fact that these are your oppressors. You know what I'm saying? That's just like you take a dog. You take a stray dog and you bring him in your home and you feed him. You feed him every day. That dog was damn near on the cusp of death, right? And you take that dog in and you feed him and you give him water and you give him somewhere cool to stay, air conditioned, all of these things, but you beat him to death damn near every day, damn near to death every day. You just keep beating on him, but you're still feeding him. You still feed him. You leave him in a cage all day. You take him out, beat on him whenever you feel like it, and you feed him again. And you give him a little toy to chew on. You do that, and guess what? Is that dog? And you open your front door. Is that dog gonna run out? That dog ain't going nowhere. Why? Because you still feed him and you still play with him. You still give him water. He has somewhere to sleep, even though he's getting beat and it hurts. But they feel like it's nothing better. And that's us. We're constantly getting beat by the oppressor, beat damn near to death and killing us. And we are dying. But we still, good night. That's just like if you take in a pack of dogs and they watch you slaughter their friend. They literally watch, but you still feeding them. And you still giving them water, and you giving them somewhere to stay, giving them toys to play with, but you just literally slaughtered their friend, their dog, the other dog. They're not leaving still. They're not going to leave because you're still, a gift destroyed the heart. Their mind is gone, man. They put the drugs in the community, get you high on drugs, make you docile, make you weak, destroy you, man. Our men are nowhere, in 2020, our men are nowhere near as strong as how we used to be. When we was on Black Wall Street, we had strong black men. You understand what I'm saying? But as soon as they integrated us, it immediately make us weak. Because why? Because we want to be like the oppressor. The scriptures say, envy not thou oppressor. But we want to be like them so bad, they're weak. The hell, we are strong people. They're weak. But we want to be like them so bad that we become weak. Okay, so read that again one more time.
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart.
That's what we need to be understanding right now. That's why this title is Oppression Maketh the Wise Man Mad. We need to understand that everything that's going on, especially in 2020, we need to understand that, listen, what are we doing here? You got to snap out of the trance. What are we doing here? Why am I so happy, jolly? Why am I, what am I celebrating a birthday for? You 40 years old, still pinning money on you. The hell, what? How silly do you look? You look retarded as hell. Come on, man. Give me Lamentations 5:1. We're going through it, man. We are going through it, and we are so lost and so destroyed that we don't even see anything wrong with it in the midst of all this stuff happening. It's like 1 minute they talk like they was protesting for George Floyd, then it's like they forgot all about it. And then now, Breonna Taylor, and then they protest for a little bit, then they forget all about it. Then Jacob Blake? Jacob Blake gets shot in the back. Now it's back, a topic. In the midst of y'all protesting, talking about Black Lives Matter, they still killing you. What happened in Kenosha? Was it Kenosha Springs or Kenosha, Wisconsin, or something like that, right? Where they were protesting, and you have a 17-year-old oppressor, devil, 17-year-old with an AR, and they talk about they want to take guns. It ain't the guns. The guns ain't the problem. There's a certain people that's a problem. And we need the world needs to be rid of these people. That's why they shall be killed with the sword. That's what the scriptures say. They have to be, because if not, they're gonna revert back to their old ways. A zebra never loses its stripes. Even if they camouflage, they're still there. You understand? You might camouflage in a white and black mountain, I don't know, oasis or whatever the hell, I don't know what the hell I'm saying. But they still got black and white stripes. Come on, man. That's what our oppressor is, man. Read what you got.
Come. It's the book of Lamentations, chapter 5, verse 1. Remember, O Lord, what has come upon us. Consider and behold our reproach.
Now, instead of celebrating birthdays, instead of celebrating Christmas and holidays and all of these dumb things that we do, celebrating President's Day. The hell you celebrating President's Day for? Instead of doing that, we should be begging the Most High to remember us while we're going through this captivity. We should be begging the Most High, don't forget about us, Lord. Please don't. When you see us going through this turmoil and affliction, don't forget about us, because if the Lord forgets, if he turns his back on you, you're doomed. It happened before. You understand what I'm saying? And the reason why it's so important for us to, follow his laws, be an obedient child, because once your parents wash your hands of you, hey man, you on your own now. I ain't got nothing. Listen, I can't help you. That's a tough position to be in. Trust me, I know. You understand what I'm saying? And I didn't even do nothing to deserve it, but I was 15 years old, homeless, because my parents washed their hands of me, and it wasn't even my fault. You understand what I'm saying? I don't even really blame them. As I've grown into in this truth, I realized that, the white man has put the drugs in our community, and really, like the 80s, the crack epidemic in the 80s was so powerful. Our people, what I'm saying? It really made it really made us docile. It really did make us weak to the fact that they can't even control themselves in their addiction. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I blame, my parents being drug addicts, I blame that on the oppressor. They didn't really know and understand what they were going through, and they couldn't fight. It wasn't strong enough to fight the addiction, because it's very tough fighting addiction. You're talking to someone who used to do drugs. It's not easy fighting addiction. You understand what I'm saying? But the fact is, I know how it feels to not have, my parents in my corner. So guess what? Life was real rough. So life when the Most High turn his back on you and say he wash his hands of us, that's going to be real rough for us. So in order for him not to do that, we need to be obedient children. We need to follow his rules, his laws, his statutes, his commandments. You understand? Do what we need to do so that we can please our Father. Because that's what he wants. He wants us to please him. And we should. Keep reading.
Khan. Verse 2. Our inheritance is turned to strangers. Mm-hmm. Our houses to aliens.
Now, we should be pleading with the Most High to get us out this captivity. And it says our inheritance is turned to strangers. What does that mean? That's talking about we're royalty, man. We are royalty. We belong at the top. We belong in rulership. But right now, are we in rulership? Our inheritance has turned to strangers. They are ruling over us when we are the rulers. Keep reading.
Khan, verse 3. We are orphans and fatherless.
Oh, Salakia, keep our houses.
Salakia. Our houses to aliens.
Meaning, now, listen, well, we suppose, we don't even have, we're at the bottom of it. We're in the poorest community, the ghettos, and we don't have nothing, right? And guess who do have? Our oppressors. Not just the oppressors, all the heathens. They take it up. You can't go in your neighborhood without seeing an African at the gas station, or Arab at the gas station. African or Arab, or definitely an African driving Uber. You know what I'm saying? That's they, you know what I mean? Uber or Uber Eats or anything like that. DoorDash, Africans control that. You understand what I'm saying? You can't go in your neighborhood without seeing a Chinese chicken joint, or chicken and rice, or whatever the hell it is, or even sometimes washing terriers. Nail shops. You understand? You can't, there's no, in your neighborhood, right now, there's a heathen somewhere who's running a business, sucking up all the neighborhood of their money and resources. Our houses have turned to aliens. Everywhere we go, we seeing the heathen. We're not even in our natural home. We're supposed to be in Jerusalem. Where's Jerusalem? Who is inhabiting Jerusalem right now in Israel? You understand? The oppressor is. Our houses have turned to aliens. You understand? Go ahead.
Khan. Verse 3. We are orphans and fatherless.
We are orphans. Keep going.
Our mothers are as widows.
How are we orphans and fatherless and our mothers as widows? I'm asking. How are we orphans and fatherless and our mothers are widows? How is that possible? Go ahead, Dewar.
So like if I may, sir, we getting killed by the oppressor. We getting locked up. They breaking our homes, you know, and they got us destroying ourselves now.
Right. They have us binded up. It says if you want to first enter into a strong man's house, you must first bind up the strong man.
Child support.
You understand? Child support. Just locking us up, turning our women against us. You understand? Putting us on child support, locking us up for any little thing. You breathe on her the wrong way. She calling daddy, which is the oppressor. And gonna come guns blazing. You understand what I'm saying? They'll kill you for less. You call them. Oh, that means you must really need me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need me to the rescue. Go ahead.
And if I may, sir, like they binding us up in every way too. Like everybody get the stimulus package except the people on child support, which is us, because they done got our women against us. They don't. So that's one way of them getting us out of the gate.
Right.
Not to mention they got all our brothers locked up, our brown and black brothers locked up. We 90% of the prison population.
Yeah, forget about that. You understand? It's just, that's a wrap. And that's how they doing it. They have made us fatherless. And then they kill your father or lock him up and then talk about why you ain't got your daddy. Right. Where your daddy at? The black people don't never have their fathers in the homes. They leave the mothers as widows. How do you leave your mother for widow? Meaning the daddy is dead now. They done killed your father off and left her high and dry with nobody. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's exactly how we're fatherless and orphans. You understand? That's how our mothers are widows. We're growing up in a single parent home because they done took our fathers away from us. Keep reading.
Okay. Verse 5, Salakia. Verse 4. We have drunken our water for money. Our wood is sold unto us.
Everything that we got, our resources, any little thing that we need, we have to pay for it. Natural thing. We can't drink rainwater. You can't even, it's a felony to go out and drink rainwater. Come on, man. You can't tell me that the oppressor is not the devil that the Bible speaks of. Good night. You can't, you got to pay money for a bottle of water, something that comes from the earth naturally. You got to pay for it. Go ahead.
Salakia, sir, that's so heavy because out here in Houston, the oppressor, they got that oppressor Joel Osteen. He'll lock the doors during a hurricane. But the people that's locked out on the streets, if they collect water to drink, they going to jail.
Good night, brother.
So he gonna let you in, and you can't even survive while you're out.
That's the problem. They put you in unsurvivable conditions and punish you for trying to survive.
Right.
That's horrible. You know what I'm saying? That's why they shall go into captivity. That's why oppression maketh a wise man mad. That should make you angry. Should make you angry every day, but you should follow the laws. It should make you angry, but you should turn to the priests and prophets of the Lord. It should make you angry, but that should be the more reason why you want to seek righteousness.
Right.
Because righteousness and seeking the Most High is the only thing that's going to get us out of this place. That's why a wise man would be mad. They would be mad and see what's going on, and they say, you know what? The only thing that's going to help me, I can't take up arms against these people. I can't. That's suicide. So what can I do? If I read the Bible, I know all through the history of the Bible, every time that we was in captivity, every time that we were going through something oppressed by people, when we actually did what we were supposed to do and then call on the name of the Lord, he delivered us. That's the only solution. It's all throughout the history of the Bible. Like if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
If you know that the Lord will deliver you out of your captivity if you just follow what he say, follow the laws, be a good child, why try anything different? Right now, 2020 is not the time to be trying to innovate right now. You know what I'm saying? Let's not try to experiment with new things. Like, come on, man. That last time they tried to experiment with new things, well, I wouldn't even say it's new, but the last time we was trying to do some extra stuff we wasn't supposed to do, the Lord destroyed the whole, you got to understand, the whole earth was killed. I ain't gonna say the whole earth was flooded. All mankind died in a flood except 8 people. Wherever there were people, that's where it flooded. And only 8 people survived that. Why? Because we wanted to do something different. I think somebody at the door. The sons of God was dealing with the daughters of men. and we wanted to integrate and interracial marriage and do all these things that we wasn't supposed to do. And as a result, the Lord killed all of us off. But 8 people. And you mean to tell me God is all love? You talk about God is all love and this and that. He said love everybody. No, man. That is I don't know. That's Christianity. Christianity who pushes the agenda of the mark of the beast. Who is the beast? You understand? The oppressor. What is the mark of the beast? The mark of the beast is the philosophies of the beast. Christianity. You understand? Whitewashing. All of these things are the philosophies. All of these things are the mark of the beast. Not no damn microchip. Come on, man. And guess what? We supposed to be pleading to the Most High that He'll deliver us out of this place instead of following after the mark of the beast. Celebrating birthdays, that's following after the mark of the beast. Celebrating holidays, that's following after the mark of the beast. Being in a Christian church is definitely that's the mark of the beast. You should have the mark of the truth. You should have the mark of the Lord on you. And that is following the law, statutes, and commandments. That's pleading, that's doing what any good child would do and getting on your father's good graces so that he may deliver you out of, like, wouldn't you want, if you're a child and you walking home from school and a grown man trying to bully you, wouldn't you want your father to come out of nowhere like Superman? You understand what I'm saying? What the hell wrong with you? Get off my child. And you know what I'm saying? Do what he do? You understand what I'm saying? Wouldn't that would make any child feel like, yes, man, hey, whew, if it wasn't for my father, good night. You know what I'm saying? I would have been kidnapped. But guess what? We don't want to turn to the Most High like that. We don't want to look at the Most High like that. We don't understand that we're going through this severe oppression and we need our Father to come and be, that hero to save us out of this, but we're not trying to live like a father. If he washes hands of you, hey, I told you, life outside this home. You don't want to live here? You want to leave? You think you're grown? Okay. And then when something happened to you, first person you gonna come, hey, Daddy, I'm going through it. Hey, nah, you wanted to leave. You didn't want to be under this roof. So now you got to deal with the consequences. And that's what we're doing. We're dealing with the consequences. But we have a chance. If we deal with the consequences, but we say, okay, I'm mad at this oppression, we should be mad at ourselves for not following the laws, right? But let's say, okay, let's follow the law. Let's try it for a change. We already see what we're going through now. It ain't working. What we're doing right now is not working. So let's try something. Let's try something different. It's just ironically, the try something different is what we should have been doing all along. You got some? Keep reading.
Verse 5. Our necks are under persecution.
Good night. Our what?
Our necks are under persecution.
Listen, if that don't sound like George Floyd, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the hell you reading. Read it one more time.
Our necks are under persecution.
Literally and figuratively. Our necks are under persecution. Literally. And now, like, what are we going to do about it? We're going to protest? Obviously, protesting is not the answer because we're dying at the protest. We're getting shot with rubber bullets, swelling up our brains at the protest. We're getting, good night. We're getting shot with guns, by psychopathic devils. You understand what I'm saying? At the protest. So now, what is the solution? Is the protest the solution, or is that just another avenue to die? Because that so far has been proven to be the latter. All right. Give me so now. Give me a second. Hold on. Let me read Ecclesiastes 7:1.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 1. A good name is better than precious ointment.
A good name is better than precious ointment. Now, I like to use this analogy when I bring out this scripture. I'm pretty sure we all kind of have some type of dealings with Captain Tazariak's body butters and oils. You understand what I'm saying? Now, that body butter, the oils, I don't really use the body butters too much, But the oils, listen, that is like precious ointment. You understand what I'm saying? And I mean, right now, like I got the One West on, and it's just so, what's the word? To my nose. It's so refreshing, sis. Let's give her a hand if you could. That's an awesome word, a perfect word. It is so refreshing to my nose when I breathe in and just smell the oils. It's precious ointment. But it said what? Read that again.
Come. A good name is better than precious ointment.
Now, I don't know too many things that could be better than this precious oil that I got on right now. But a good name is definitely better. What is a good name? What does it mean by a good name is better than precious ointment? Go ahead, speak loud if you could.
So like you said, if I may, but knowing the men that labor amongst you, knowing you for your good work.
Okay, knowing you for your good work, you on to it. Give it to me in a shorter, like get straight to it. Give it, so like next time raise your hand, sis, if you could. Go give it a mic.
Your reputation.
Your reputation. Give her a hand. That's it right there. Which is, again, you get your reputation by the work you put in, the name that you make for yourself. A good name, a good reputation is better than Captain Tazariak's oils. And he gets 5 stars over, like, he was like 5,000 transactions. And he got all 5 stars. I think that's a record. I don't know. Like it can only be a man in the truth to get that. You understand what I'm saying? Most High in Christ. Give Captain Zariak a hand if I could. Get him like Most High in Christ. 5 stars. That's a lot of transactions. You know what I'm saying? And that lets you know how good these oils are. But a good reputation is better. Captain Tazariak's reputation is better than his oils. His reputation is better. Like, I mean, his oils are phenomenal. So that goes to show you how good his reputation is by the work that he's put in. The name, he's the chemic killer. Really, any philosophy they bring up against, he's a killer of it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so that's proof. That's proof of the scriptures. Every brother in this school that has some rank, you know, they get their rank because they have a good reputation. You don't just get ranked for nothing. A good name is better than precious ointment. Keep reading.
And the day of death than the day of one's birth.
Now, just like a good name is better than precious ointment, the day you die is better than the day you were born. So why are you celebrating your birth? If anything, you should celebrate your death. Now, I'm not telling you to do that either. But if anything, I mean, if you're going to celebrate something, you shouldn't be celebrating your birthday. Because the day you die is better than that. We celebrate our birthdays like this is just the best day ever in the world. The best thing that could ever happen to the world is your birthday. That is you being a god. You've turned yourself into a god. Go ahead.
And Salaki, if I may, sir, what's so heavy is because, like, the point you brought up earlier about Lil JoJo, like, they go into war dying on just, you know what I'm saying, really dying on nothing. But the scriptures right here is saying, like, your day of death is better than the day of birth because you basically die standing on something. Die standing on these laws, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
Die standing on the truth.
Let me tell you something, man. Officer MACHAATAZA died such an honorable death. Like, his name, listen, his reputation, like, that's why the scripture hits so much harder now that, you know, like, this brother laid down his life for his friends, doing the work of the Lord, holding an outstanding reputation. Everything that I've heard from, you know, everybody that spoke on him, the men above me, that spoke on his spirit, his zeal, his work ethic, he died the most honorable death that you can die. At camp, holding post with no blemishes on his record. His name, like, that's what this was about. He didn't celebrate his birthday. But we are going to celebrate his death in a way where we honor him because he died such an honorable death. Of course, it saddens us all, but when you look at the perspective thing, he's laid the blueprint for, listen, can't no young man come in here now like tarrying around. Like, he set the blueprint for any young man coming up. He was an officer of 50 with the work ethic of, you know, a 5,000. So now the young men coming in under him, they're going to have some big shoes to fill. Like, so that's how you celebrate the death versus celebrating the birth. We celebrate the death by making that good name, that reputation. You understand? Building that reputation, putting in the work of the Lord, following these laws, statutes, commandments, not celebrating no damn birthday. Doing the opposite of that. Most High in Christ, damn right. Get the Most High in here. Damn right. All right. Let me see, Salakia, put some more on that one. Give me, now I'm going to bring out a couple instances where birthdays were celebrated, but they were heathen celebrating birthdays. That's not our customs or culture. Give me Genesis chapter 40, verse 20. It is not our culture to celebrate. This is the first time that a birthday was even mentioned in the scriptures. It's not the only time, but it's the first time. But this is the Old Testament. Read it when you got it.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 40, verse 20. And it came to pass the third day, which was Pharaoh's birthday.
The third day what?
Which was Pharaoh's birthday.
That
he made a feast unto all his servants.
It was Pharaoh's birthday. Pharaoh is a heathen. He's not an Israelite. It's not our customs. It was his birthday. That he did what?
And he lifted up
the head. Back. He made a what?
That he made a feast.
He made a what?
A feast.
Guess what? The scriptures say, I do not, he said, I'm paraphrasing. Give me the precept. Find the precept. Huh?
In the Amos.
Solemn assemblies. Give me that precept, you Grom. Or somebody give me that precept. Hold what you got, Dwight. Give me that precept, you Grom. The solemn assemblies, where it says, I do not, smelling your solemn assembly, something like that. Keep reading. Unto, made a feast unto.
Made a feast unto all his servants.
And
he lifted up the head of the chief butler and of the chief baker among his servants.
Now, this sounds like, what does this sound like? This sounds like the same thing that we do at birthday parties. We make a big old feast, or you go order a crap load of pizza or whatever it is. It's still a feast. You invite all the family members. You make a big deal about it. Put out flyers. Get the moonwalk. You understand what I'm saying? And after you know what I'm saying, you got and then you whoever's the head of it or making the food, you praise them. Hey, you made this good food. We finna eat. We finna sing happy birthday. We're gonna blow out the candles and we're gonna cut the cake. We're gonna have a big old feast. Read what you got, Salaki. Hold that right there and read that precept.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 5, verses 21 through 23. I hate and despise your feast days.
I despise your feast days. Like, this is what it said. Read what you got again. Hold that, your Grom. Stay right there. Hold that. Read what you got, the Warrior. It said he made a what?
Salakia. And he made a feast unto all his servants.
Now, what did it say, your Grom? Read that one more time.
I hate and despise
read it just how it says. It says, I hate,
I despise your feast
days. I despise, meaning this is how you know it's a black man book. You know, sometimes we gotta repeat ourselves because you might went through one ear and out the other. Your head may be you had a hard head, so I gotta say it twice and I gotta put more emphasis on it the second time. I despise your feast days. Like Pharaoh made a feast unto his servants. Let the heathen do what the hell the heathen want to do. Chinese people want to eat bats and bring coronavirus. Are you going to go eat bats too and get coronavirus? Is that what you want to do? Africans don't take baths. Africans smell like a pile of crap everywhere they go. Is that what you want to do? You want to walk around smelling like boo-boo, eating boo-boo? You understand? Putting your face up a cow's butt? That's what Africans do. You understand what I'm saying? You want to play spitball fight or whatever the hell they do in a bamboo fight in the damn jungle? That what you want to go do? Go do that. But that's what the heathens do. That's not our culture. Just like celebrating birthdays is not our culture. The Lord says, I despise your feast days. Keep reading.
And I would not smell in your solemn assembly.
Like them little, whatever the hell you think you, whatever, like, you know how in our feast days we burn incense and stuff like that. The Lord loves that smell. That is a great, that offering unto the Lord is a sweet scent that he loves to smell. You in your feast days, he don't want to smell that nasty, stinking garbage that you cooking in honor of a damn heathen god or pagan god. He don't smell that in your solemn assemblies. You understand what I'm saying? Come on, man. Is some more on that? Go ahead. Let me see what it say.
Come. Though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them.
See? I just broke that down. Like, you offering your burnt offerings and your meat offerings, thinking, oh, you celebrating this and you praying over it's Thanksgiving. Come on, let's say the grace. You praying over the damn food. You supposed to be offering this up to the Lord. Lord ain't blessing that food. You gonna choke on a damn turkey leg. You understand what I'm saying? Eating that stuff, man. Read what you got, DeWar. Go back to where you was at. Water for that. No sweat.
And he lifted up the head of the chief butler and of the chief baker among his servants.
Now go to Matthew 14:6. So now we finna go into the New Testament. You understand what I'm saying? And we're going to bring out some instances where they celebrated the birthday in the New Testament. But again, it was never any, these are in the instances that I'm bringing out in the Bible about birthdays, these are the only instances where birthdays were celebrated and never celebrated by Israelites. It was always heathens. Read what you got.
Come. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 14, verse 6. But when Herod's birthday was kept, the daughter of Herodias danced before them and pleased Herod.
Now, I'm gonna go. This is Matthew's account. I'm gonna go through Mark, where it's a little bit more details. But it says, go back Mark 6:21. It says, but when Herod's birthday was kept, the daughter of Herodias danced before them and pleased Herod. What does that sound like to you? Yeah, I love them strippers. Yeah, I love the strippers. Like, that's exactly what the hell that was. You get it's just like what's that goddamn movie again? Man, it was Players Club. That's Players Club all over again. Diamond? That's Diamond right there. You know what I'm saying? It pleased Herod. Like, Diamond had that one stalker, you know what I'm saying? That's like Herod. That one stalker with the glasses. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Diamond was something serious on the pole, right? And she had that one stalker that she pleased, and he came in faithfully to see her. That was Herod. They even went to the private party, the birthday party. They went to and what happened? And you know what? This is a perfect example why you shouldn't be celebrating your birthdays, because you hire a damn stripper, and what happened to the stripper? What happened? Somebody tell me. I know y'all watched the movie probably a million times. I know I've seen it probably like 20 times. What happened, your Grum?
Sir, she got raped.
Who got raped?
I forgot her name.
Diamond's cousin got raped. But and listen, that's why nothing good can come from celebrating a birthday. That's what happens at birthdays. You get raped, you get molested, you get shot, you get killed in a car accident. Something is gonna happen. You celebrating your birthday, the Lord is gonna bring death upon you, man. Nothing. The spirit of murder is in the air when you celebrating birthdays. Keep reading. Read what you got in Mark.
It's the book of Mark, chapter 6, verse 21. And when a convenient day was come, that Herod on his birthday made a supper to his Lord.
Made a supper to who?
To his Lord.
Again, it's his birthday. They making a feast for everybody to come and eat. It's just like what we do now. We're repeating what the heathens did in the Bible. We're repeating it for our birthdays. Why do we want to live? The scriptures say, envy not thou oppressor. Why do we want to live like them? Why do we want to be like the heathens? We should be like our culture, do what we supposed to do, not follow them. Keep reading.
Khan. Verse Salaki. High captains and chief estates of Galilee. Verse 22.
Now this is the more detailed account of what she did. Go ahead.
And when the daughter of said Herodias came in and danced and pleased Herod.
Pleased Herod.
And them that sat with him. So she came in. It was a private party. She came in and danced. That's exactly what Diamond's cousin did at that birthday party. She came in and danced before Herod, which was Diamond's. Who was the dude again?
It was somebody, huh? Go ahead. Yeah, the one that he was somebody that knew them though, like it was New Diamond or something. I can't remember. What? Go ahead, sis. You had it. You can't remember. The brother of the God damn it, I forgot. It's been a minute since I've seen it, y'all. So like, we breaking down the movie now. Good night. What is it? Ronnie's brother, right? Ronnie's brother is like Herod, and the friends are them that sat with him. Keep reading.
Khan. And when the daughter of said Herodias came in and danced and pleased Herod and them that sat with him, the king said unto the damsel, ask of me whatsoever thou wilt, and I will give it thee. Now
she done turned into a prostitute. She done went from a stripper to a prostitute, and that's exactly how Diamond's cousin got raped. You see how that set it up? Go ahead.
If I may, sir, what's the T.I.? You can have whatever you like.
Yeah, you got whatever you like. Good night. About to, like, whatever you want, I got it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it ain't tricking if you got it. Right. And that's what's wrong with our people, man. That's what's wrong with our sisters, whoring our sisters out. You understand what I'm saying? That's how you get raped and molested. Like, you putting yourselves in, like, but if you were had some shame to yourself, you would cover your body up. You wouldn't be walking around with your damn butt hanging all the way out your damn pants, your booty shorts. You understand? You wouldn't be walking around here trying to show off the shape of your damn box in your pants. You understand? You would cover yourself up. You would be decent. Go ahead.
If I may, sir. Like that just goes to show you that this wicked place America promotes this whoredom, because they'll put a woman or one of our women like Cardi B on a pedestal. They'll make her all these young girls look to aspire to be her. Mm-hmm. But the whole time they give you the story of she was a stripper that came up, that went to Love and Hip Hop, and then got with a rapper, mm-hmm. and then now she's a top celebrity by continuing to whore herself out. Or mm-hmm. you got the Amber, I can't remember her name, who got with Kanye. The same thing. They worked at the same strip club. Amber Rose.
Amber Rose. Yeah, right. Damn right. Exactly. You become famous by being what they call Instagram models. Right. Really, an Instagram model is just a whore who twerks with a smartphone. Now they didn't upgrade it from Instagram models to OnlyFans. Like, everything is digital. COVID is just like, you ain't even got, listen, they got virtual everything now. You no hands on. You just virtual. You just step into my virtual world. You understand? That's your OnlyFans account. It's your virtual world of whoredom. And that's what you are entering, the matrix of whoredom, when you got an OnlyFans account. Like, come on, man. Give me Leviticus 18:3 real quick. Okay. This is a precept of why we shouldn't be like so I said, envy not thou oppressors. We shouldn't live like the heathens either. Read what you got.
Come on. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 18, verse 3. Mm-hmm. After the doings of the land of Egypt.
After the doings of the land of Egypt, meaning what? Somebody tell me, what does that mean? Go ahead.
So, sir, after bondage. After basically following false gods.
That's right, exactly. After, we ain't learned our lesson yet? After we went in Egypt and was doing all this other wickedness, following after what they were doing, and that's how we went into captivity in Egypt. That's how we always go into captivity, following after, going against the Most High, following after the heathens, the other nations. We ain't learned our lesson yet. Keep reading.
Wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do? And after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall ye not do? Neither shall ye walk in their ordinance.
Meaning we shouldn't be doing, like, we should learn from our mistakes. That's why you have mistakes. That's why you have laws, statutes, and commandments. Laws, like, they put a stoplight, they put a crosswalk light on the damn cross street before you cross the street. Why? Because somebody more than likely then got hit by a car, or multiple people got hit by cars. It was too many to the point where they said, okay, now we got to put a crosswalk light here. where now you have to press the little button and you have to wait your turn to go. Because too many people, there was nothing there at first, so people just, poof. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Now we got to put in rules in place. That's how statutes always, laws and ordinances always are made. They're made because at some point we realized we needed them. They were put in place, we needed them. That's why these laws, you don't eat bat. It's unlawful to eat an unclean animal. Why? Because you can get coronavirus. You can get sick and die and spread it to your people, and they can die. Let the heathens do it. If they want to eat that and let it spread to them and they die, hey, they ain't got nothing to do with us. That's their business. We mind our own business. It's a family affair. I care about my people. So the Bible says don't eat unclean animals. Why? Because we see they doing it, and it's killing them. It's destroying them. Let it keep destroying them. We're going to stay away from it. That's why law, statutes, and commandments, that's why Christ came in and increased the law. He brought the spirit of it. Why is it here? This is why the law says this. This is why you shouldn't even look at your brother's wife. Because, guess what? Somebody at one point probably looked at it and they did the act. So now Christ is saying, don't even look. Don't do it. Go ahead, read what you got. You got some, give me, Salakia. Go to, read Psalms 18, start at verse 4. In this oppression, man, like, I don't see why is everybody so jolly and happy. Now, in the UPK, we happy. You know why? Because we not living in the world. We not living under we are under the curses, right, as Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. But we're not under the curses, meaning we are not living in death. Death is the curses. Living in sin is living in the curses, meaning you're dead to the Lord. You're dead in the world. You're walking dead. That's why the curses are hitting you. When you come into the truth, yeah, we still suffer the same oppression. Yeah, we still living through curses. We still, like everybody, it's not a secret I have diabetes, high blood pressure. I'm still living out the curses. But am I sorrowful because of that? No, because I got my brothers. I got brotherhood. I got these laws, statutes, and commandments. I got this truth. Anytime I'm feeling down, I can call Cap and say, like, sir, do you mind if I teach this day? Or do you mind if I, teach a 2-hour lesson at camp or just to get this off me? You know what I'm saying? So like, we having brotherhood at the school so I can be around my brothers because I got this oppression plaguing me. So we not living under, it's a difference. So that's why we can be jolly and happy. And we're not celebrating birthdays. We're not celebrating holidays. But we are celebrating the laws. We are doing what we're supposed to do while we're in this captivity. That's why we can be happy. But you are living in the world. You living in the world, but you smoking your weed. You celebrating your birthdays as if you're not doomed. You celebrating this like as if Christ's not coming back. And when he comes back, he's going to be looking for those who are rebelling against him. And what he stood for. Christ ain't died for you to be just doing what you want to do. Christ died so that we can look upon that and say, damn, man, he laid down his life for his friends. Okay, you know what? At the least I can do is follow after the example he set for us. Come on, man. Read what you got.
Come on. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 18, verse 4. The sorrows of death compassed me.
Compassed.
Salakia, compassed me.
Uh-huh.
And the floods of ungodly men made me afraid.
Let me get the definition of compassed. Salakia, let me see if I can find another definition. Okay, go look at the definition for compass and read definition 1. But the second part of it on Google, it says the sorrows of death compassed me, meaning what? When he say the sorrows of death, like what is death? The curses, living in this oppression. The sorrow of death compassed me. The sorrows, meaning like he wasn't. It didn't say he was happy. That it says, oh, I'm jolly. The happiness of death compassed me. It didn't say that. It said the sorrows of death, meaning there's nothing to be celebrating your damn birthday for while you living in this hell. Somebody read that. You got it, DeWall?
Khan.
Go ahead.
surround or enclose on all sides.
What does that mean? The sorrows of death compass me. It felt like I can't escape it. I feel claustrophobic from this oppression. Like you can't celebrate a birthday and be happy when you feel like you about to have an anxiety attack because you just can't escape death. That's why it says, although I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. What is the shadow of death? Think about a shadow. When you walk in the shadow, it's stuck to you. Sometimes it be right behind you, sometimes on the side of you, right in front of you. Your shadow beating you sometimes. You can't escape it. You can't escape death. You can't escape this oppression except if you get out of death. How do you come to life? Following the law, statutes, and commandments. Right. Turning to the Most High. The sorrows of death compass you. So guess what? Oppression maketh the wise man mad. So what you should do in return, in response to being mad at oppression, what should you do? Go ahead.
So like if I keep the law, statutes, and commandments.
Follow the laws. Do what you're supposed to do. You understand? Serve the Most High. That's what you're supposed to do, because if oppression maketh the wise man mad, that wise man will in turn try to do whatever he can to get out of that oppression. If you fall into a deep ditch, you're gonna just lay it down. You're gonna give up. You're just gonna be like, damn, I'm down here. Ain't no way. It's no point. I'm just stuck. I'm out of there. You gonna give up? You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to bring this up. It's totally off topic, but me and I was at the Warrior. We were playing 2K yesterday, and it was a certain situation that happened where it was a play, and we was about to give up on the play. We was like, oh, they finna score. Don't worry about it. We just get back down on defense. He was like, no, don't give up on the play. And the brother came and blocked the dude shot from behind. Like, he didn't give up on the play. So we shouldn't give up on the play either. We fall in the deep ditch, you gonna be screaming, hey, help me. You ain't finna, I don't give a damn if I scream my damn esophagus out. Somebody gonna find a way, gonna hear me and try to help me. I'm not gonna just lay down and die. I'm gonna scream until I die. Somebody gonna hear me down here. I'm gonna claw my way out. I'm gonna lose, listen, I'm gonna have, my fingers gonna be down to the knuckles because I didn't try to claw my way up out of this pit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's what we should be doing instead of just giving up, laying down for the oppressor. You should be fighting your way out of the oppression. How do you do it? You do it by following the laws. You do it by coming into the Isupk, the commanding journey of Hana. That's the only solution. It's the only solution. That's what a wise man would do, because a wise man is mad at seeing George Floyd die. A wise man is mad at Breonna Taylor getting murdered. A wise man is angry at Jacob Blake getting shot in his back, you understand, with no weapon in front of his kids. That's what a wise man would do. Is some more on that? Yeah.
Verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
The sorrows of hell compass me about.
The sorrows of hell compass me about. This is David telling you how the oppression is so horrible. He don't got time to be trying to celebrate no birthday or no holiday, and that's how we should be. We shouldn't have we won't have no time to be trying to celebrate no damn holiday or birthday, because the sorrows of hell should be compassing us. It should be making us trying to find a way to get out of this hell, and the only way to do it is to serve the Lord. That's what we should be doing. I guess we could bring out Job. Give me Job 3:1. We're going to go into Job. Matter of fact, before we go into Job, give me, read that article that I brought out. I gave you. Before we go into Job.
DWI driver charged in hit and run that killed Fanwood woman. The man had been out drinking in celebration of his 39th birthday.
Hold on, now go down to where the article starts, where it says Linden, New Jersey.
Linden, New Jersey. A man who had gone out drinking for his 39th birthday has been charged in the fatal hit and run crash of a beloved Fanwood woman and second grade mountainside teacher.
Man, you hear this stuff? You go out on your birthday, you getting pissy drunk, and guess what? Now you die in a car. Now you're killing somebody. You're committing murder behind celebrating your birthday. You're committing murder. You started off as a good day. You're celebrating your day where you were worshiping, people are worshiping you as a god. Now you're in jail for murder because you didn't kill this woman on drinking and driving. Keep reading.
Khan. Megan Crilly died 11 days after she was hit while crossing the road with friends on January 20th. Mm-hmm. She was 35. Authorities on Wednesday announced charges against IBN Collins of Linden. He has been charged with first-degree aggravated manslaughter, first-degree death by auto, while driving while intoxicated within 1,000 feet of a school.
First-degree aggravated manslaughter. You understand what I'm saying? It started off as a night at the club or at the bar, to now I'm behind prison because of my stupidity. Like, come on, man! Celebrating birthdays it's death surrounding that whole, because it's a spiritual thing. You know, celebrating your birthday is the number one holiday in the Satan in the Satanism, which is the worship of Satan. It is their number one holiday. The highest day in the satanic religion is celebrating your birthday. Why? Because you are making yourself a deity. You are making yourself a god, and people are worshiping you, whether they know it or not. You know it because you have them. Tell them, hey, come on, give me my money. It's me. It's my day. Worship me. You understand what I'm saying? That's what that is. That is the highest day in the satanic religion, man. Give me Job, and we're gonna bring out a couple things with Job talk about, and we're gonna end it with that.
It's the book of Job, chapter 3, verse 1. Mm-hmm. After this, opened Job his mouth and cursed his day.
He did what?
Cursed his day.
No, he celebrated his day.
Cursed his day.
Uh-huh.
And Job spake and said, let the day perish wherein I was born, and the night in which it was said.
He said, let the day perish. He ain't walking around talking about, hey, celebrate me on my day. Why? Because Job was going through hell. He was going through curses. You understand? Job was going through it. If anybody didn't know the story of Job, Job was going through a tremendous amount of turmoil and tribulation and trials. And that's what we going through. We going through it too. Think about it. You name some stuff that Job went through that we ain't going through today, in today's time, as Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. Now, I'm not saying he didn't go through it to a worse degree, but we are going through it. Listen, you know, they got diseases. He had boils and all this stuff. He had disease on him, right? We got diseases, cancer, AIDS, all of these things, right? You understand what I'm saying? But guess what? Job, he didn't celebrate in the midst of going through his diseases. He didn't celebrate that. He said, curse his day. To hell with this day. Y'all worried about a birthday. Man, forget this birthday. I hate the fact that I was even born, so I wouldn't even be going through this hell. Go ahead.
Salaki, if I may, sir, the point you bring out is so heavy because, like you said, we going through the same thing because just like Job's kids was killed, so is our people kids getting gunned down, murdered in the streets. Right. His friends turned on him. Our friends turning on him. Right.
His wife.
His wife trying to get him to go against the
Good
Most
night.
Our wife going telling us to go ahead.
Right. Just lay it down. You don't need to go to class today. Right. Like, to spend time with me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like good night, brother. Like give him a hand. Give him a hand. Most High in Christ. That's exactly what it is. And guess what? In the midst of his oppression, in the midst of his curses, because Satan was surely oppressing him. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he had to get permission from the Most High. Most High in Christ for that. But and he went through that, and guess what? Just like the Lord expected him to travail through that, he expects that from us too. He was confident in Job. We should try to gain that same confidence in the Most High. The way the Most High was confident in Job that he wasn't going to be able to turn him, that's how we should be. We should give the Most High that same confidence that we're not going to, fold under pressure. We're not going to fold or break. Like General Muhammad say, either bulk up or break down. And I want to give the Most High the confidence that I'm not going to break down. I'm going to bulk up. So we use whatever we go through to get stronger. So that way, when something else comes, it'll bounce off us like a rubber bullet, like a Superman in the bullets. It's just gonna bounce off us. We strong. We're strength. You break a bone, what happens when it grows back? It gets stronger. some extra stuff grow around it. The more you break it, the stronger it gets. So guess what? We should take the oppression that we going through, instead of trying to celebrate through it, we should be trying to get wisdom from it. Oppression maketh the wise man mad. Guess what? Now I'm mad. Now I want to gather myself together with my brothers. Now I want to seek a different path, because this path that I'm going down is not doing it for me. I'm headed down, that valley of shadow of death. I want to walk towards life. You understand? And with that, make sure you pay your tithes to the men of the Lord and the ISUPK under Commander General Yohanan. Go to www.isupk.com. Click the donation link. You understand what I'm saying? Pay your tithes, man. It's very important. We have an upcoming Holy Convocation coming up, the memorial blowing of the trumpets, first day of the 7th month, Thursday, September 17, 2020, Leviticus 23, 24 and 20, chapter 23, verse 24 and 25. Make sure you at the school. We're going to be here at 7701 Belford. You understand? Sundown, that's, again, the memorial blowing of the trumpets. That's Thursday, September 17th, 2020. We will be here at the school. We will have the feast day here. You understand? We're going to celebrate like we should celebrate, instead of celebrating our birthdays, instead of celebrating these other holidays. You understand? Who got the security announcements? You got it? Your Grum? Yeah, get them security announcements together, your Grum. While he's getting that together, again, we're going to be at 7701 Belford on September 17th. That's going to be on a Thursday evening. That's sundown. We will be here at 7701 Belford Avenue, Houston, Texas, 77061. Make sure you're here. All right. And with that, I'm going to pass the class over to Trooper Yagrum for the security announcements.
These are the ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. The book of Numbers, chapter 18 through 21. The book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means 10th, Ma'asharah means 10th in Hebrew. 10% of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Up and coming holy convocations is the memorial of the blowing of the trumpets on September 17th. If any brother would like to join the school,
September 17th, read the scriptures and stuff for it. Memorial blowing of the trumpets.
Come. The book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verses 24 through 25. Okay. If any brother would like to join the school, please come in a black headband, black shirt, black pants, and black boots. And this concludes the security announcements.
All right, with that, Amajim, which means to stand. Sar, we're going to face the east. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew first. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakuka, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashemayim, Natalanawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalaknawa, Kawawaknawa, Kasalaknawa, Kawawaknawa, Wala'ah, Taba'aynawa, Banasayawan, Abal, Hawashanawa, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwat, Wahala, Wahata Para, La Awalamyum, Aman. In English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. All right, Saul. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Mighty Shabbat, Majum, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Maketheth, Yazamatai, Saul. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Mighty Shabbat, Majum, Barak, Yahweh Shemal Latah Hashem Yahweh Yazamatai. Dismiss.